Well, hello, my crafty friends. I hope everyone is enjoying their Friday evening. I thought I'd come on with a little show and tell how to stitch a pattern on a not stamped piece of fabric. So, before I start, I would just like to say thank you very much for my new subscribers. I'm so excited. I actually had views on my videos. I was quite excited to see that. And just thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, but I'd really appreciate it even more if you like my videos and leave a comment. That would be great. I've tried to respond to them. I'm just new at all this YouTube thing, so I'm not sure if some of the correct ways of doing things, but I'm slowly figuring it out. At least I could figure out how to upload a video with the voice on. And yeah, I talked for 15 minutes to myself, which, you know, I do that a lot anyway when I'm 77, so I get to talk to myself a lot. So I thought this is a really cute sampler, and it's easy and it's not too hard to follow the chart. It's a little bit small. It's a Joy Sunday, and it has, it has how many colors? 22 colors. Ta-da! And the colors are really pretty. Oops. Colors are really pretty. Yeah, very fall. And just try and get this so you can see without looking at my bedroom walls. So this is the 14 count that came with. It does say on the directions, I made a boo-boo when I ordered it. I've done that more times than I care to admit. You tell the difference. Yeah, you see the 14 count, very small in comparison to the 11 count. So yeah, so make sure when you order that it does say stamped on it, not counted, because that's what you will get, is counted. Yeah, see, just says 14 count and counted. Yeah, well, it said that when I ordered it, but I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, so really pay attention when you're ordering. I've got 2 or 3 kits by mistake that way. Oh, jeepers, I didn't lose my needle. Okay, so what you do, you find the middle of your fabric, and you find the middle of here, which is this line. Red line goes this way, and the red line goes that way. You don't notice it right off the bat. But if you go by this is 10 stitches in each of these. There's 10 cross stitches in each of those and squares. So you can grid it if you want, but this is pretty simple. I think I'll just stitch it. I stitch my grid because my hand is kind of shaky to draw. Yeah, so, and I just thought I'd start with this color here, which is about 3 stitches down from that line. And you can just go this way, or I can go a little bit that way. And yeah, there's lots of 2s. But I just find I have my reading glasses on and I can see that, but it can be a little tricky. Yeah. You can also count the lines over to see how far you go, because you know each one of those is 10. So you find the middle 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or almost 50, because it ends right. Well, there's those stitches there, I think. Yeah. So, and that goes right to the edge here. It overlaps a little bit past the border. Yeah, so it's kind of cute. And the DMC colors at the bottom. And there's not much back stitching, just the dragonfly. And pretty much, I'm trying to see where else there's back stitching on here. I don't see. I think there's mostly just there. I don't think there's any other back stitching. Anyhow, I'll find out when I come to it, I guess. So there we are. So that's not too bad at all. So I thought I would just start it and show you where I go. Oops. Hang on, I'll still get my thingy down. I don't shake too much. I usually roll the sides in like so. Just to get the handle on it. Let's see. Don't want to run my thread out. Just a second. User error here. Just a second. I'm just not used to doing this. Okay. And so, yeah, I hope everybody's going to have a good plans for their weekend. And so I've made a loop stitch. You can tell where I did that right here. Just made a loop stitch. You fold your thread in half and just loop it through. And then I usually go down this stitch here, because then you're not going down it double kind of thing. If I can get my needle in there, it's tricky doing it with a camera. There. Yeah, I've been doing cross stitch for a long time. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah, when you're my age, it seems like years and years. And then I had to quit for a while because of health reasons. And I mean, you can use a hoop if you want, but when you just get started, it's probably easier just to, sorry about my shaky, 2 stitches, that way, if I recollect. A minute. That away. Deep breath. For Pete's sake. And I had to change needles because I couldn't use the one the kit came with because it was so small. And I never used a needle threader ever. Maybe I should start now because I can't even find the hole for this. Sorry, I'm just having an old age moment here. Shows up, and then you make all kinds of goof ups when you're trying to show somebody. So, and then just follow the pattern. And put my laundry away yet. No, that's not in the hole yet either. This is fairly loose fabric compared to when you're working on 14 count. Yeah, it's a lot looser weave. And yeah, you sure notice it when when you haven't done it for a while. I've been working on some 14 count. And yeah. Close to the camera. Turn it down a bit more. I feel like I'm awkward. There we go. Distracting. There you go, like that. Oh, jeepers. Do it slow, nice and slow. And then you go over to the left a bit, remember. Look at the pattern. And some people use a minder, but I never did, ever. I did 36 count. I've done 28 count. I made jewelry, all kinds of stuff. So I think I'll go over once, just that away, or up one. Once I get going, it'll be better. I'm just not used to doing it here. And you always make sure your bottom stitches go in the same direction. Yeah, I think next time we'll use a hoop. And make sure your top stitches cross the same way too. I'm having a hard time seeing a hole there. I'm not used to looking in the camera. Nah, and if I recollect, there's 2 stitches. But it keeps wanting to focus in and out. That's why I'm having problems. Jeepers. Breathe in. Make sure your thread doesn't get tangled out. Honestly, I don't do shake like this when I'm doing it on my own. Just because I'm trying to make a video. But I'm trying to figure out the best way to do things. It's really hard to do it. It's like you're looking through a magnifying glass and it's all weird. Anyway, I'm sure you get the idea. So you just kind of go that away. And then I always do my crosses. I don't do them one at a time. I come from the old school where you just did the row and then I sort of do some once in a while, depending now, because I never used to do stamped cross stitch ever. Although back in the day when I was just learning, they had stamped embroidery that you would just do the stitches on this blue ink, and then it would wash off, right? And that's how I did my embroidery pillowcases and things like that when I was younger with my grandma. She showed me how to do my stuff. Yeah, showed me how to crochet and how to, but I taught myself a lot of things. Like I learned how to do this after my grandma passed away. I learned how to do this, and I did start out doing needlepoint, first of all. Petty point. I did a lot of petty point, and I made petty point jewelry. Now I've done those 2 stitches, so where should I go next? On the chart here. Oh, I get to do 5 stitches, 2 down. Okay. So that should be a little bit better. Yeah, the needle's a little big, I think. So, yeah, and I got all my old cross stitch books from 1990 when I started doing all that stuff. So we'll do a vintage day one day when I made dolls. I made crochet dolls, and there's Raggedy Annie in the middle of my laundry pile there. There. She's behind my bed. Yeah, so I just thought I'd come on and show you how I did this. And it's not too bad once you get going. It just requires a little more concentration, and you can sort of tell where you're going if you even look on the picture. It's pretty good, I think. Sort of see here on the picture on the front what the colors are too. Look. Yeah, pretty good. There, see? That's where we're at right now. Doing that right there. So you almost follow that. Yeah. It's bigger than the chart. Yeah. So I might do that. We'll see how it goes. But I hope everyone has a good evening. And tomorrow hopefully we'll have a completion. I have my sunflowers that I'm sort of working on. And I had physio and my exercise yesterday. So it was so hot today. It was like 21 out. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, for October. It's supposed to be like this all weekend. Yeah, I put all my sun deck stuff away and yeah, I put all my sunset, and I cut down all the old dead sunflowers that got ripped to bits in a storm we had a couple weeks ago, and they didn't manage all that great. Some I lost, bent over, and yeah, not so good. Yeah, I'm trying to do this in the camera, which is making me kind of somewhat nervous. I'll do better the next time. I hope. Yeah. Silly. Trying to learn to do this when you're old is probably not the best idea in the world, but I thought I can do that. I wanted to do it too. And so I am. Here I am. And there we are. Whoop. I'll get it. I gotta do 5 stitches before I end this video. It might take me an hour. If you get tired of waiting and flip through the end. So sorry about that, but but that's how you start when it's not stamped. Yeah, and I've been doing counting for years and years, and I don't know how I managed to finish everything, but there's a lot that I haven't finished, so this is stamp cross stitch is going to keep me going for a long, long time. So anyway, God bless you, and have a good night, and that's how she wrote, and I'll show you my progress maybe tomorrow if I get that far. And never give up, just keep on going and find the joy in the journey, and may Annie says good night. I don't have a cat or a dog, but Annie says good night. Oh, hang on. Good night. Annie. Oh, trying to get her in here. There she goes. Annie says good night and smile and spread the joy. There she is. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.